everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we've got a terrific matchup of the league's leading rushers from the past 2 years. 2016 champ Ezekiel Elliott versus 2015 champ Adrian Peterson.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Palmer on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And Nelson's got it here right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Palmer. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go here on second down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Palmer gives to Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Palmer. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now Griffin. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Palmer. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
First and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down carry by Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And some room to work. Able to fight through one tackle. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards. Closer for 3rd down. Try and run for it with Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
What stands to reason it gives Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Last year, led the league in 1st downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than 2nd place David Johnson.
You know, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's the rookie safety from Washington, Buda Baker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Underneath for Johnson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. There you go, play action with Palmer. And this is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Palmer. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. David Irving in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Andy Lee, 3-time All-Pro on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Elliott. And some space here. Power running by Zeke. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Now it's Griffin. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I thought it was a big deal when Arizona acquired Chandler Jones before the 2016 season. Some people called it a boom or bust trade. Which Chandler Jones would you get? I think the Cardinals like what they saw in 2016.
After 4 years with New England, really settling in as a Cardinal. Griffin now off the bootleg. Being chased down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick, the rookie from Temple. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
3rd and long. It's Griffin. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and 2. Now Griffin. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Jalen Smith. I got to have some enthusiasm for this young man who missed his whole rookie year because of a knee injury in college. To see him back on the field making plays, that's exciting.
It is, and the good news for him, still just 22 years old, so hopefully a long, bright future ahead of him. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go to Johnson again, shedding the tackle. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Palmer. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Andy Lee now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Carlos Dansby. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Griffin. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Johnson. A nice little juke. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Caught by Nelson left side. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. He gets it left side to Johnson. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, Griffin. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They go to Elliott again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, Griffin. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the wideout in motion. To throw on 3rd down. Palmer. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Griffin on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Griffin. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw on 2nd down, Griffin. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. On third and goal, here's Griffin. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On second down, Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the...
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete. Jeff Swaim, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 2nd down, here's Griffin. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Alfred Morris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. From the gun, Griffin. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Bailey now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Palmer. And this one's incomplete. Chad Williams, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. Morris fighting. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Palmer to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, they've all been going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 10 here. He's back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. One last shot for RG3. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.